So today what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to DoorDash about 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, depending on how busy it is. And we're going to see if we can DoorDash 100% of the way with full self-driving. So first things first, we're going to have to go online with DoorDash. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on this red button here, dash until about 4 o'clock, and we can extend that, which we will for this video. But in just a second here, we're going to go online, then we should be receiving orders. All right, cool. So we're now online. Usually I've been getting orders over the last like 2 or 3 times I've tested this pretty fast. And again, we're going to be using full self-driving for the entire shift, unless I feel necessary to disengage. So we'll see. We just got a pickup and drop-off location here, so we just got an order in. Looks like it's about 2 miles, so we're going to go ahead and accept this. It's BBBOP, which is actually right in front of me. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that. And now I'm going to go ahead and navigate over to BBBOP. Since it's right here, I'm just going to put it into the address, or into the maps rather. Go ahead and click on that, start this camera, and then we're going to start self-driving. It's very effective for deliveries like this, and I just wanted to showcase that to you guys and see how far we can get without intervening. So we're going to be parking here, as you can see, and then we're going to go ahead and head inside to BBBOP here and pick up the customer's order. All right, we got the food. Let's go ahead and put it in the destination now. All right, we are all set to go for our first delivery. So I'm just going to go ahead and press on that start full self-driving button. Now we are reversing out of our parking spot. And this drop-off is relatively close. We only have about 1.8 miles, 6 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and head over there. And I'll check in with you guys if anything happens from here until we get to the drop-off point. Also, I'm going to go ahead and do a curbside drop-off. Typically, when I've been doing these DoorDash deliveries, I've been doing curbside in front of the house or apartment building or whatever. It's a little bit easier than finding a parking spot, especially if it's only going to be like a 2-second thing where I just drop it off real quick. You can see FSD is doing a really great job here in this parking lot. It's moderately busy, not too crazy, but I mean, we have like, you know, people going into Kroger, shopping, etc. And FSD is doing a really great job with negotiating with everybody around it. Okay, so we're pulling in. It looks like it's going to be either the leasing office here on the left or potentially one of these buildings here right in front. It looks like it might be one of these here. So this is awesome. Super cool. Curbside should stop right here. Let's see if it just drops us off. Perfect. So it's exactly where it needs to be. Customer's house is directly to the left. I'm going to go ahead and drop off this food. That was successful. One thing I've noticed with full self-driving version 14 over the last couple hundred miles, I've probably had now maybe 300 to 400 miles using FSD V14 on my car. I've noticed that it does a great job at creating a little bit of distance before it turns. So like when you're driving as a human, typically if you're turning left, you'll go a little bit slightly right first to give yourself a little bit of clearance room, and then make your turn left. And if you watch the wheel, sometimes if you've used FSD V14, or maybe even throughout this video, you'll notice it as well, is that if it's, for example, at an intersection trying to go left, I've noticed that the wheel will tuck just slightly to the right a little bit, and then follow that with the full turn over to the left. So it does a really great job at just doing very human-like decisions and behaviors. We got our second delivery here, so we're going to go ahead and accept that. It looks like we're going to Wendy's. Navigate to 8450 North High Street. All right, so that should be the Wendy's. I'm going to go ahead and click on that button now. And now we're going straight to Wendy's to pick up the food. So let's see how it goes here. I'm going to put, I'll put parking is fine, because typically with those fast food restaurants, you have pretty decent parking. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right, so great job there by switching into the right lane, because this left lane is a left turning lane only. All right, so we're pulling in here. There's that Wendy's right here. Steep hill downward here. And then we're going to make this right. Again, I have a I have the parking lot selected as the endpoint here.
Wendy's will be on the left.
Making a left turn. I believe the front entrance, though, is on the
Wendy's
other
is on the
side.
left.
So we're going to see if it understands. Yeah, it's... Well, I could have entered here, too, which is fine. But let's see where it drops us off. Okay, that's fine. It's going to drop us off right here. That's not a problem. Again, I'm not... The goal of this video is to not intervene on any of these deliveries at all. So it's going to pull us in. Perfect parking spot. Perfect. Let's go ahead and grab the food now. All right, the order is secure. Let's head over to the car. All right, guys, so we got the food. We're back in the car. We got the destination added. I'm going to go ahead and start full self-driving from here. This is the second delivery. In just a second, once we're in drive, I'm going to go ahead and do a curbside because I believe this is an apartment complex. And again, with an apartment complex, the last couple of times I've done some of these DoorDash deliveries, I'll just usually have FSD do a curbside drop off right in front of the building. And then if I feel as if I'm blocking something or if it's not a great job at parking, I'll just go ahead and take over and park myself. But we'll leave curbside as the drop off option currently, and then we'll reassess as we get closer. Okay, we're getting closer to the endpoint here. The navigation data on using a Tesla, like Tesla Maps or whatever you want to call it, it's not perfect. It's not as great as like using Google Maps or Apple Maps rather. I don't know why they get their routing a little bit differently than like Google or Apple does. So the only times I've really had to disengage in the past with full self-driving, not in this exercise using DoorDash. I'm not going to intervene at all, even if it's a bad route, like a bad decision for like, the maps. But that's the only thing that I've had to do with version 14 is like disengage, because I think that the route it's taking is either excessive or just not right, or it's going to take longer. So, but again, for this exercise, I'm not going to pay attention to that at all. It's only going to be based on safety disengagements. And this is the second delivery. So far, so good. I have curbside selected here, so we'll see where it drops us off. This is fine, I believe. I'm not going to intervene because I believe the customer's on the first floor, so that's perfect. All right. So another successful drop off there. Let's go on to delivery number 3. All right, guys, so we got our third offer here. I'm going to go ahead and actually it looks like it's a double, so I'm going to go ahead and accept Cheesecake Factory and Panera Bread potentially.
Drive northeast on Sancus Boulevard.
So we're going to go to Cheesecake Factory first. Navigate to the Cheesecake Factory. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and then self-driving's already engaged. So we're going to go ahead and head over to the Cheesecake Factory. Let me do a curbside here. I feel like it's going to be easier if we just do a curbside. Actually, there are spots right here. Let me see what it's going to do. Let me just do parking lot. And the reason I want to see what it's going to do is because there's reserved spots for the Cheesecake Factory for pickup. I highly doubt that FSD is going to park in those. I think it's just going to park anywhere because it's not that intelligent yet. It can't understand that there are a fleet of parking spots reserved for a particular business, and if we're going to that business, like it's not that intelligent, I don't think. I mean, we'll see. I would be shocked if it did. It'd be really cool. So the spots I'm talking about right here, you can see the signs. Oh man, that guy rolled right in and stole it, but that's fine. So now we have to start negotiating with other drivers. Yeah, so now we went this way. Did not find that spot. Probably would have been better off just doing a curbside, but that's fine. We'll see what it does here. Okay, this is cool. So it saw that vehicle pull out, slow down, and then put its blinker on to steal that spot. It would be really cool if like FSD could realize, hey, if I have the Cheesecake Factory plugged into the GPS, there's a fleet of parking spots reserved. Like, I mean, that's I'm thinking like La La Land stuff. Like that would be really neat. But again, that would just be very advanced, which could come in one of the next updates. Who knows? All right, cool. Parked. Now let's go pick up the food. All right, got the first pickup done at the Cheesecake Factory. Now we're gonna head over to Panera Bread. I just got back to the car. You can see FSD didn't do a great job. It's a little over the line, but not terrible. All right, so I'm back in the car now, just picked up the Cheesecake Factory. Since I have the second pickup location already added, like I said, all I have to do is sit, put the seatbelt on, and then go ahead and click on this full self-driving button, and it's gonna take us away. So we're rolling out, even though this car is still rolling out. I don't know if they're fixing their parking job or what. I'm not exactly sure, but looks like we're rolling out, so it's gonna be a tight fit though. I don't know why we just didn't wait, to be honest. Like, we should have just waited for that car to finish. But FSD is pretty assertive. Yeah, pretty assertive there. Should have probably just waited for that car to complete their thing, but it is what it is. All right, so we're moving forward now, going over to the second pickup location. So we'll be getting onto the highway here, and again, we're going to the second pickup location for this customer, which is Panera Bread, about 7 miles away. It's showing about 11 minutes, but we're going to be getting on the highway here. Highways have been really, really great for me. Even on version 13, it's been solid. With version 14, it's been really, really great, just as good, if not better. And you know, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, I'm not missing the speed control as much as I thought I was going to. I've been using the profiles. This whole video I'm going to do in standard. I haven't moved anything as far as the speed profile go. You'll see me sometimes select parking lot versus curbside, so those are the only two parameters I'll be changing. And there's Panera Bread, so it should drop us off pretty much right in front. So we'll see here in just a second, because right there is the front entrance. I'll be happy if it stops like right about here. Perfect, perfect, that's perfect. So there's the door right behind that pillar. Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and unbuckle and go grab the food. All right, guys, so we got the Panera Bread here, and we got the Cheesecake Factory here. I've already got the endpoint added, which is the customer's destination. All I have to do is press that blue button, and we are off. Again, you could see how amazing this is, especially that they've added like parking destination options. Like with this case, with Panera Bread, just selected curbside, dropped me right in front. And because this is DoorDash, I know the food is going to be pretty much ready. And if not, if there's a large delay and I feel as if I'm not in the right by parking out on the street curbside, I'll just go out and repark. And that way I can allow for the business to prepare the food and I don't have to block traffic. But if it's literally just going into the store and then, you know, grabbing it and then going back into my car for like maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute, you know, I'm pretty okay with just doing a quick curbside. So yep, you could see this is pretty awesome. It's the third customer drop off, but technically I think we've done 2 pickup locations, Cheesecake and Panera, so it's 4. But this is going to be our third drop off. You could see it hesitated because it didn't really know what that what that pedestrian was doing. We have another pedestrian crossing the road. Another thing I've noticed, which is mind-boggling to me, by the way, what I'm about to say is crazy, but I've seen it 2 or 3 times with full self-driving version 14, and that is when a person is waiting to cross the road, they have, you know, you're obviously, when you're crossing the road, you'll kind of look over to the left and to the right, and FSD knows that the person is looking to cross. In other words, if the person's not looking in your way, like, you know, if he or she is not looking at the road, waiting for a cleared time to walk through, and maybe they're just on their phone, FSD is not going to worry about them. Like, it knows when somebody's on their phone and not interested in crossing the road, and then it also knows when they're looking at the road with their eyes and face, you know, up and kind of pointing at the car. FSD knows that, hey, this person is looking at me, they're clearly waiting to cross the road, as opposed to another scenario, like I said, maybe they're just on their phone, maybe they have their hands in their pockets, just kind of laid back, not looking to cross the road. It knows the difference. I know that sounds wild, and believe me, I was amazed, but it knows human gestures, it knows human expressions, it knows human body language. It's wild. It's totally insane. I hope I explained that correctly, and I hope I, you know, didn't confuse you by mumbling there, but like, it ultimately knows human body language, which is totally insane. So all right, cool. So we got about 5 minutes so we get to the customer drop off. Let's see, I'm gonna do curbside as well, and then I will see you there. All right, guys, we're getting pretty close to the drop off point here. You see those pedestrians there, and the FSD was brake tapping to understand what they were doing. That kind of showcases the point I was trying to make in the previous clip, was that like it understands when somebody's waiting or just like chilling on the side of the road. It still did some brake taps, but if they were waiting and looking at us where there was a clear like human body language sign that they're looking across, FSD would know that and it would stop, as opposed to just doing brake taps. What you just saw there was just trying to be cautious of what they were doing. It didn't know. So, all right, we're pulling up on the destination here. I have curbside selected, so we're going to see here where it decides to drop us off here in just a second. Again, I like to do curbside because I don't want to pull up on customers' driveways if I don't need to. It's just easier. Same applies for businesses or storefronts as well. So we're going to stop right here. And there we go, dropped us off, perfect. All right guys, so we got our next offer here, so I'm gonna go ahead and accept. Looks like we're going to Carrabba's, and it's gonna be a 9-mile round trip. So we're going to Carrabba's. Let me go ahead and end this trip. This is just a center point that I like to have after I drop off to a customer. I usually just go to like a certain endpoint. So right now what I'll do is navigate to 8460 Lyra Drive. All right, perfect. So you could see on the map here, it automatically routed us to the pickup point, which is Carrabba's, 8460 Lyra Drive. So we're gonna head over there right now. We're gonna be pulling up to Carrabba's here, right around the corner. I do have curbside selected as the parking preference. So I'm making a left turn here. And it looks like we're gonna have to make this right, which is a very, very tight squeeze, very tight squeeze. But FSD did a good job there, squeezing right through. And looks like Carrabba's is going to be right there, actually. So we're gonna go around, and we'll see if it stops right in front. Hopefully it just stops right in front as a quick curbside so that we can go ahead and grab the customer's order. But we'll see here in a second. The only thing I am a little concerned about with curbside options or curbside drop-off is blocking somebody, you know, from their parking spot. So like if FSD decides to park like right here, for example, which it might, yeah, see, it might just stop right here. I don't think this is a perfect, I'm gonna go ahead and disengage it. It did its job, but I'm gonna go ahead and steal that spot over there just because, you know, I think if you block people like that, even if it's for 30 seconds or just a minute while you're grabbing the food inside, like it still could potentially have issues. Like you know, it's just unnecessarily blocking somebody. So anyways, let's go ahead and grab this customer's food. I haven't been to a Carrabba's in a while. I gotta go back here one of these days. All right guys, so we got the customer's food. Let's go ahead and drop it off now. All right, so we're pulling into the customer's address here. I do have curbside selected, so it should just drop us off right in front of the house. This is a beautiful area though. I've never been to this part of Columbus. Specifically, I guess this is Galena, but a very beautiful area. And let's see if it just drops us off right in front, which seems like it is. Perfect. Let's see if it finalizes the decision. Yes, it does. Awesome. So the customer's house is right there. Let's go ahead and drop it off. All right guys, I think I'm going to conclude the video here. You saw we did about 3 to 5 pickups and then also 3 to 5 drop-offs. We were out and door dashing for probably about 2.5 hours or so, but every single pickup and drop-off was successful. I did not have to disengage at all. A few navigation hiccups here and there, but ultimately it did its thing and it did it flawlessly. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I'm asking for your support. My goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. So if you're doing this, enjoy this type of content and you'd like to stay up to date with Tesla full self-driving technology, news, and software, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button down below. It helps me out a ton. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.